What up, people? Welcome to the R.E.P. and I'm going to be showing you the Ordro M5. As a disclosure, this was not sponsored. They did not send this to me. I purchased this out of my own will. And as a creator with special needs, I'm excited to show you and testing out by every means necessary. I will prove it to you that I can make the excitement possible. Our first test, a little walking motion in 4K 60 mode. Our next test will be walking down the same way, and we're going to test it in 5K mode. Our next test will be going down the same way as we did, but this time we're going to do it in 4K 30 mode. We're gonna head to the corner of this side of the field and we're gonna try a little bit zoom mode, focusing on the side of the mountain there and also the sunset. We're now going to see the sound quality using Lavalier mic USB-C. Test, test, test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test, test, test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, hello. Testing 1, 2, 3. The gimbal mode when it rotates back and forth. We're going to start walking straight, but this time we're going to see how well it stabilizes when we start turning the angles, and also how well the gimbal stabilizes when walking. I'm going to test out these buttons to see what it's like when I move the angles left and right, up and down, and see how well the quality is. Our next audio test check will be using basic call center headset, a 3.5mm jack. Charlie 1-3, Charlie 1-3, do you copy? Over. Charlie 1-3, Charlie 1-3, do you copy? Over. Does anyone hear me? Alpha Squad, are you there? I repeat, Alpha Squad, are you there? Does anyone hear me? Alpha Squad, are you there? I repeat, Alpha Squad, are you there? The next move we're going to try is see how the face moving with the gimbal works, if it's actually effective, or if I might need to reconsider the options. Gonna move left. Gonna move right. Oh. Gonna move left. Gonna move right. Oh. Gonna move even slower. Gonna move even slower. Gonna stand up. Oh, doesn't really pick up. Oh, here we go. Come on. Gonna stand up. Oh, doesn't really pick up. Oh, here we go. Come on. There we go. Pick up. Come on. There we go. Pick up, standing up. Pick up, sit down again. Standing up. Pick up, sit down again. Closer. Moving down. Closer. Moving down. Gonna try standing up again. Moving this way. Oh, it's not good. Standing up again. Moving this way. Oh, it's not gonna pick up. Come on, come on. I guess you have to get a little bit closer. That way. Yep, yes. Okay. Harder distance. Pick up. Come on, come on. I guess you have to get a little bit closer. Try it a little bit that way. Okay, I guess. Okay. Far distance. My hand. Not my hand. The gimbal test that I will show you is what not to do when using the gimbal, something I had to learn the hard way. Here you see the camera, and then there you see a little piece of paper that says run on it. Let's see what happens, if it will stay the same or it will not mirror exactly. Let's look down. There you see, it's the opposite. Let's turn it back. It's still the same. What happens when we rotate it? Let's look down. There you see, it's the opposite. Let's turn it back. Alright, let's see if it recognizes my face. Oh, oh dear. What the heck? What? Come on. Get it this way. No! Okay. What the heck? No, this other way, this other way. Uh-oh. It's going kind of the opposite direction. There we go. Oh, come on. Alright, let's see if it recognizes my face. Oh, oh dear. What the heck? What? Oh, oh dear. Come on. Get it this way. No! Okay. What the heck? No, this other way. This other way. Uh-oh. It's going kind of the opposite direction. come on. No. There we go. Oh, come on. So now that you have seen of how the camera works, I will just give you a little rundown and also an honest review. For starters, this is a good camera, especially for beginners who are just learning to do travel vlogging. However, there's a little disclosure I will just give you now. This is better for very light and very specific occasions where you're not traveling for many miles to get somewhere, and if it requires to be charging it over and over. Because the only way to charge this is with the ports, such as over here, which is this port right here, which is a USB-C. It's just the same as like you when using an iPhone to just charge it this way. That's why I'm recommending to just use it for very light and specific occasions. Great things I do like about this camera, however, is that they have an infrared mode, which you just press this button here. So when you're in the dark, you can turn on infrared mode, which is really cool. Gimbals are also obviously very nice, but you do have to keep in mind, once this gimbal gets damaged, that'll be the end of the camera, and you can pretty much never use this again. It has a threaded bottom underneath, so when I need to put this on an adapter or different tripods or selfie sticks, whatever the case might be, I can fast adapt to each of them. So you don't have to just carry an adapter piece and then put it onto another adapter piece again. Flip it over. And I also have buttons beneath, which just make the world of difference, because I just don't like flat pads where you just keep doing this. And if you press the wrong button or you swipe something else and then you miss the settings, or you could delete some footage and then it just causes more frustration. Do watch out when you are recording, especially when you record this way, and then if it does not look it's like the framing is right, or if it looks the opposite direction, like it says right here, don't forget. If it's the other direction, as you had seen when I was doing this review, that's because the orientation after you switch the gimbal and you forget to reset it. So make sure that when you are editing, make sure you always check the mirror side of it. And if it does not look correct, then just make sure you edit back. Downsides though, however, were that the battery life for this camera was not that great, although it was nice for a certain time, but you also have to be mindful of where you go, which is why I suggest for very light occasions. There are moments when I want to be hands off, kind of like this, or I just want to just hold it and just kind of just walk. Sometimes the gimbal will just move on its own and go to a complete opposite direction, or the gimbal will sometimes be like this, where it'll be straight for a while, and then all of a sudden it'll just turn unexpectedly when you're not even noticing. That if you're going to be hands off, just watch carefully. Face tracking on this can be nice because at least it'll just stay with you like this, so that way you can always pay attention. But I would also recommend turning it off, because especially when you are in a very crowded area and when there's other people behind you in line, and then the gimbal here will just try to grab your face, his face, her face, your face, and his, and then it gets really annoying, and then it's not going to recognize it. That's why I disabled the face tracking setup. Lessons I had to learn the hard way: the wrong SD card, and I mean the wrong micro SD card, which was a very big issue which I didn't think about and I didn't have any idea. But last but not least, not formatting it ahead of time. I should have bought the better kind, which was actually U3 V30, because if you don't, and especially when you're recording in 4K or other modes, which I would not really advise, because really I just rather stick with 1080 to 2K. If you do buy the wrong micro SD card, audio and the writing will not keep up with the camera. That's why you have to always make sure of that. But because I was so excited I finally got a hold of this, I didn't do formatting, and this was all just a mystery to me. And now that I learned from it, I know what to do differently. Depending also the environment that you are in. I took this with me to a gala. It was a really nice time, and they asked me to be their photographer. The downside though, when I wanted to record with this camera using 1080, the lighting was not very great. 2K instead, and it actually worked a lot better. Whether it's really dark, or it's really bright, or the lighting of the environment is not super bright, always check to see what will work for you or not. And another advisory note I would not be using this for is for photography. You are better off to just use your iPhone or a mirrorless camera. I have taken pictures with this before. It may have been nice, but make sure that if you're going to take pictures with it, just set it to a timer or just grab your iPhone. Here's my rule. Action cameras are better to record. Your iPhone is better to take pictures, but also during recording. Sometimes the audio does not kick in properly. So this is how you know when the audio is working. If you see the lines are kicking like this, that means the audio is working and you can actually hear it. If it's not doing that, that means you have a problem. I would just recommend power off the camera and restart it again. I will also give you another version so that way you get better familiarity, but also tune in for more vlogs as I will be describing more and more. If this is your hotel of where you are staying and you want to go to the tourist attraction, if it requires you 30 to 45 minutes to get there by travel time and then returning back the same way, or it could be longer travel time as well, I would just be advising you that when you are at your tourist attraction, the battery starts to show that it is dropping. Be on the lookout for these following 3: coffee shop, library, and a shopping mall. If you still want to bring it with you, you're welcome to, but just be mindful when the battery drops. You have to be on the lookout for these kind of 3 following locations. Or better yet, just power it off and then just put it back in the casing, and just better go with your iPhone and a selfie stick. If you are at your hotel and if you have attraction 1, attraction 2, or attraction 3, I would just recommend staying within your hotel. And if there's any photo-worthy locations within your hotel where you don't have to travel far miles to get somewhere. Because if you think about it, when you're going to a tourist attraction, I don't care if you're getting there by bus, train, or if you're taking a taxi. If it requires you that far to get there and then coming all the way back, then that's going to be a little bit of a problem. And here's why. This camera, the only way to charge it is just as I said before, you have to use the charger that came with the camera. It takes a while to charge this. Being at your hotel, especially if you're seeing attraction 1, attraction 2, or attraction 3, the better thing about it is that at least if you're just walking only like 10 to 15 minutes to get somewhere, at least when you know the battery is dropping, then you can at least just quickly return back, so you're not having to think about how much is it going to cost for me from the tourist attraction to return back to my accommodation. Although limitations are not fun to deal with, especially for budget cameras, it is still not a bad purchase. As long as if you are aware of your surroundings and you are able to still get the job done, I don't see why you still can't purchase a camera. I would not recommend taking it to the following places: a beach, hiking, a forestry and nature, and also very busy hustle and bustle zone, especially in the metro area. In actuality, I would recommend using it for quiet and controlled environments. I don't care if it is in your own hotel room or if it is in a studio, the office space that you work in, your own home, but just somewhere that is just not like super busy. As I said before, once the gimbal is destroyed, that will be the end of the camera.